Hey y'all, it's Nick from flosk.link. Today I'm going to be showing you how to quickly and easily install Pterodactyl panel on your VM. So first of all, you're going to need a VM. You can go ahead and use code flosk15 at checkout at flosk.host today and earn 15% off your first month. Okay, once you have your VM, you're going to need to install the correct OS on it to ensure that you can run Pterodactyl. So first of all, you're going to want to go into your panel. I'm going to be doing this through Flosk hosting, so you can easily follow through if you have a server with us. So from here, you can go ahead and name the server. In this case, you can go name, I'm just going to name this, let's say, panel. Host name doesn't matter, it's optional, and we're just going to put the times of it as is. Then from here, we're going to set the operating system to Ubuntu 22.04. And then we're going to install the server. From here, the system will install the OS and all the basic dependencies needed to run the operating system. From here, what you're going to want to do is go into your email and you will receive the login information needed to access your crypto. All right. Now that you have successfully logged in using an SSH software such as Termis, you can go ahead and begin the easy setup process of installing Pterodactyl. I have found a very useful installer that will actually take out a lot of the actual manual, tedious steps needed for installing Pterodactyl panel. So I have this. I'm gonna have this linked inside in the description below, as well as the command for you to just copy and paste. So once you open up the GitHub here in the Pterodactyl installer, you're gonna scroll down and to where it says bash and the command for installing Pterodactyl. Copy that, paste the command in here, and click enter. In this case, we're going to be installing both wings and the panel in the same node because we do not have a separate node for our wings. So from here, we're going to go ahead and install both on the same machine, which is the number 2. And click 2, and then we're going to click enter. I'm going to set the default here, Pterodactyl, just let it generate a random password. Just going to leave the time zone as is, provide an email for SSO. And an email address for the initial account to sign in. Oh. And the initial username. And the first name. Just go ahead and walk through and just enter all the steps. Okay, here's the little tricky part. With SSL and the way this installer works, you need to have a domain. So I already have a domain here called spidergod.live. I'm going to go in here, create a new record. We're going to put this under the subdomain of panel. So, and I am using Cloudflare, but you can do this for any other domain. So you just want to put the name as a record to panel, and the IP address is the IP address of the VM. And then you want to make, if you're using Cloudflare for right now, you want to make sure the proxy status is set to DNS only, or else the SSL certificate and the installer will not work. Then you're going to click save, and then you can go ahead and type your frequent domain or your domain. So for this case, we have panel.spidergod.life. We want to automatically set up the firewall, automatically set up Let's Encrypt HTTPS, and let us do the thing. Okay, now here's a little tricky part. We also need to create a frequent domain for the Wings instance because we are going to be using HTTPS. So before we continue with the installation of this, we're going to want to, for example, say set this to wings here as another subdomain, and set the IP as well to the same as the panel. Save it. And we can go and continue with the configuration of wings here, which is what runs the back end of Pterodactyl and runs the server. So we can go ahead and automatically configure firewall, database hosts. We do not want MySQL to be accessed externally because right now we plan on allowing only the wings instance on the local side. We are installing the wings on the same machine as the Pterodactyl. So we do not want to configure MySQL to be accessed externally. Database host, database password, set to something you can remember or something randomly generated, and we want to automatically configure HTTPS with our frequent domain name wings. Better God. Like. All right, now that Wings has successfully installed, we can now successfully access the panel with HTTPS on our frequent domain. And if you are using Cloudflare, this is the time that you could actually toggle on proxy status for the panel, just not Wings, because that requires extra configuration to allow ports to be open. We can go ahead and proxy it. We can save it. Then from here, we can go to our panel. And from here, we can sign in with our username or email that we signed in with. And our password. Congratulations, you have successfully signed up with your panel. Now you just need to associate the node with Pterodactyl so you can successfully install servers on it. So now you can go to the admin settings and go down to locations, create a new location here. And in this case, we're just going to call this one us.main. Create it. And we're going to create a new node, create new, name, US CHI. This VM is located in Chicago. And we're going to put our frequent domain as wings.fightergod. Life. And put our total memory as 824 for 8 gigs of memory. We're going to put 10% memory over allocation, 30% disk allocation. I need to calculate storage. For storage, to put it in MIB, you can put the amount of gigs you have times 1024. So in this case, I have 120 gigs. And 24. And that's the number of megabits out. And we're going to leave everything else be as is. And we're going to create the node. This error right here is something on my part. It seems that I did not install the subdomain. Let me see. Things. Oh, I just didn't spell it right. Okay, there we go. Now that the node has been successfully created, we can go into configuration, generate token, copy this whole command here. So let me copy it. Copy it. Then we're going to go into our terminal and paste it. And then we can do sudo wings --debug. And we can go from here to make sure that the server is actually pinging it. And as we can see now, the server is pinging correctly. So now what we can do is we can Control C to stop that, and then we can do sudo system CTO start wings, and that in turn will start the program that will automatically keep wings running for you. So if we refresh this page, wings is still running even though we're not running debug mode. And congratulations, you have successfully created your Pterodactyl panel. Still need a hosting provider? Flosk Hosting is ready to elevate your digital presence. Visit flosk.host today and be ready to elevate your digital footprint.